Hello Wickenburg, I'm Jeannie Hankins with the Wickenburg Sun, and today we are here with Wickenburg Mayor Rui Pereira and just going to talk through some of the recent events that have happened in Wickenburg over the past week or 2 weeks really, with the COVID-19, and kind of, if you would just kind of take us through a chronological order of events from maybe the governor's order to your order, and then how that played out, and then where we're at now.
Great. Thanks for your time, Jeannie. It's great to be here with you again today, and thank you for everyone out there that's watching. It's great to see that we're all getting back together and able to do some activities. As far as events have happened over the last couple of weeks or so, or actually in the last 2 months, a lot has happened over the last 2 months. And initially with the stay-at-home order that the governor issued back a couple months ago, and then continued the new executive orders and so on. And the latest issues, as we've all seen on the news and you've reported and everybody else has reported, was the three businesses that decided to not follow the governor's orders. We at town hall made a decision that for us, the governor issued an order that needs to be enforced. There's an enforceable order. He himself said on TV one day that it was an enforceable order, and we took that to heart and decided that we were going to enforce the order. We're a country in a state of laws. I mean, there's laws that we must follow. We can't pick and choose which laws we're going to follow today and which laws we're not going to follow tomorrow. So we decided that we were going to follow what the governor had issued and take those to heart. And as you saw, three businesses decided to break those orders, and we issued some warnings at the beginning. We decided that a light touch to just inform them of the executive orders, what was going on, and give them some guidance on the CDC guidelines and so on. That would hopefully get them to follow the orders, but they did not follow those. So we followed with a couple more visits, and eventually decided that we were going to file an actual. We're going to actually prosecute the violations. Throughout this whole time, we've been on the phone with the governor's office. Myself, at least twice weekly, attend different calls with the governor. Been attending calls with both our U.S. senators, Martha McSally and Kirsten Sinema. Attended some calls with some of our state representatives. Been on the phone with state representatives. Been on the phone with the county supervisor and the chairman of Maricopa County Supervisor. So there's lots of conversations, and then a week ago the governor decided that he had a change of heart and decided that he wasn't going to. He didn't come out and say that he wasn't going to prosecute, but he pretty much said that he was hoping that we would take a lighter touch, and not really. He never came out and said that he wasn't going to enforce the executive orders, but the way what he told us was that he would prefer that we just do a lighter touch and not prosecute any violations. So we decided not to. We decided not to do it, since we didn't have the full support of the governor's office, and he changed his mind. There was no reason for us to pursue anything else. I mean, he put us in a really bad position, and up till about a week ago, I really was in full support of what the governor was doing, and I thought he was doing a fantastic job in the way he was handling the situation. But until a week ago, during the press conference, when he pretty much hung us all out to dry, hung all the mayors and lots of other officials around the state, hung us all out to dry, that really just made me question his decision-making process and how he was going to handle things going forward. And going forward, I will definitely be reviewing his orders a little bit better, with more attention.
Yeah. So in your discussions with the governor or any of the other elected officials that you had, did you get a feeling for why they're backing off or softening their approach on the restrictions? I mean, of course, now on the 15th they're lifted anyway,
Right.
and everything's sort of going away. But leading up to that, did you get a feeling for? Is it because of some constitutional law that's being looked at, or what are the conversations?
Right.
That you were having?
So there were a couple of different. So we weren't the only town that were issuing citations. So Fountain Hills issued a citation, and actually they went through the full process of actually beginning to prosecute. The city of Winslow, the town of Winslow, did the same thing. They also issued some citations as well, and then there were a couple of filings that they were filed with the Supreme Court. One of them was actually, the Supreme Court actually declared that the stay of home order was actually constitutional, so that could go forward. But there were a couple of other filings that had not been resolved, and that was part of the issue why the government decided to kind of take a step back.
Okay. So going forward here in Wickenburg, what do you see as far as the discussion now about opening up? I understand that the parks will be reopened. Correct. And how's the lay of the land going to look as we go forward toward the summer?
Yeah, so we're beginning to, as you reported, or I believe you have reported on it, that we are going to begin to open different services around town services. Parks will begin to open. We're opening the Ramadas. We're opening the playgrounds. We're opening, and that will help you because you can take your grandson now
yes.
to the playground and enjoy the playground. We're taking a slower approach on the pool and on the splash pad, just because we want to make sure that those two places are still safe. And eventually, so the pool will open up, I believe, June 1st, and then later on we'll look at opening up the splash pad.
Okay.
The library is also right now is only going to be available for curbside pickup, and later on we'll look at opening it as well. I mean, there's the library is a place where people congregate quite a bit, so we need to really figure out how we can best manage how we handle the groups of people inside that building.
And so what's the discussion at this time about summer rec programs and possibly the 4th of July and those kind of plans?
So those we're still talking about those and how we're going to handle those. So hopefully, I think we'll be able to hold the 4th of July event. I don't see why we can't. It's an open air type of event, and I think we can follow some of the guidelines of social distancing and so on. So I think that will happen, and I look forward to it. Actually, I mean, I think that's one of my favorite events during the year is the 4th of July. It's celebrating our nation and what we're all about, and I look forward to doing that. Yeah.
And any word on the rec programs?
On the rec programs, no word yet, but I'm sure things will. Like I said, we're discussing them and trying to figure out how to best allow those.
Well, we will keep you up to date as things go along, and we appreciate the mayor coming in today and providing information, giving us sort of an overview of what has been going on up to this point. Yeah. And as things develop, we will continue to bring it to you.
Great, thank you, Jeannie, and thank you to everyone that is out there and practicing social distancing and really taking care of themselves. And these are trying times for all of us, and I know with a little time and patience, we'll all be. This Wickenburg has always been a great community, but will continue to be an outstanding community going forward. So thank you very much.